Hello everyone, this is Shivapriya Thaimaat and welcome back to yet another episode of Parental Insight. So today we are going to discuss a topic that many of us have encountered or witnessed, and that is aggression in children. So it's a behavior that can be concerning, challenging and even overwhelming too, but however, understanding the root cause and learning the effective way to manage this can bring significant changes in our children's well-being, decision making abilities and also their relationships. So what is aggression? Aggression is a natural part of our child's development, but at the same time it's crucial to address it and recognize at the right time and in an appropriate manner. So children exhibit aggression in different ways such as hitting, biting, punching, using verbal aggression and much more. And often many of this aggressive behavior stem from our children's inability to express their emotions and frustration in an effective manner. So today's episode we will be discussing about different types of aggression and the factors that contribute to the aggression and its impact. At last, we will be talking about few strategies that could help to prevent these aggressive behaviors in our children. So what are different types of aggression? So there are majorly three types of aggression that are very much commonly seen in children. So the very first one is physical aggression. So as the term it is, physical aggression is all about hitting, biting, punching, throwing things toward others and any kind of physical harm that is inflicted toward others. The next is verbal aggression, which is shouting, screaming, name calling and using hurtful language to other people. And the last one is relational aggression. This is often seen much more in teenagers rather than toddlers and young children because they are not reached that stage where they could know that this kind of aggression is also used. So it's the most subtle version of aggression where children exclude the people from their social circle and spread rumors about them. So now we will be talking about the factors that could contribute towards aggression. The very first one and the most common factor that cause aggression in children is developmental stage, and as we all know, children are in the transition period where rapid developmental processes are happening in physical development, mental development, cognitive, emotional development. So they are still learning how to manage their emotions and how to communicate effectively. So most of the time at that age, children don't know what is the right words to use to communicate and say about their feelings. So instead they may hit, scream or shout at the parents or caregivers. The next one is environmental influences. As we all know, the environment where the child lives have a lot to do with their behavioral structure and development. So what they see visually from maybe from the TV or in their real life, from the family, from the school or from the playground, they have this tendency to recreate what they see, and this is a very devastating threatening factor. So the environment where they live and what they watch and experience is the factor that shape how they are going to act and how their personality is going to be developed. So the next one is unmet needs. So many of the children do act out impulsively and aggressively when they have needs that aren't being met. So they might feel neglected, unloved or insecure, and they don't know the words or how to talk these emotions in a proper manner. So instead of talking about this, since they are not in a stage where they could do this, they will do aggressive behaviors or throw tantrums which will gain attention from their parents or caregivers. So it's very important to recognize these kind of underlying issues and also address it with care and understanding. So the next is impact of aggressive behavior. So when we talk about impact of aggressive behavior, it's almost negative impact in every kind of behavior traits. So here we are going to talk about self-esteem, social relationships and decision making abilities. The impact of aggressive behavior is very negative with their self-esteem, self-worth, which lead to emotional difficulties. That is, they will have a very hard time to show their vulnerable emotions to others, and even in a very young age they will have hard time to ask for help if they grow up in such kind of environment and they develop such kind of aggressive personality. So the next one is social relationships. So the people who exhibit aggressive behaviors will have a hard time and they struggle to form and maintain any kind of healthy relationships and bondings. It can be with their parents, siblings or any schoolmates. So they will have very hard time to form friendships and any kind of other relationships. So the last one is decision making abilities. So aggression can impair children's rational and sound decision making abilities, which lead to risky and harmful behaviors in them. So the next we are going to talk about strategies that would help to manage the aggression in our children. So the very first we are going to talk about modeling healthy and positive behavior. So as we all know, our children like to watch, observe closely and imitate what their parents and caregivers do and how they act. So by demonstrating calm, respectful communication methods and resolving the conflict in peaceful manners, you show them how to handle the situations without getting aggressive. So by doing this, you are setting powerful example which teach them effective ways to interact with others in a conflict situation without getting aggressive from their side. So the next one is teaching emotional regulation. Helping your child in recognizing and regulating their emotions in a healthy manner is very crucial and important step to be taken by the parents when your child is very younger age. So encourage activities like drawing, playing sports or simply talking about their emotions from very younger age, as it help a lot in regulating their emotion, and also talk openly when they find a situation as very overwhelming. So these outlets provide constructive ways to the children to deal with their emotion and also reduce the likelihood of aggressive outbursts and their unwanted emotional baggage. So the next one is positive reinforcement. So when your child exhibits good non-violent behavior such as sharing, cooperating, not getting into a fight even though it's a potential situation happening like that, praise your child. So positive reinforcement such as saying good job, giving them a hug and praising their behavior, it make your child feel good about their behavior and your child is more likely to follow the same behavior in the future situations too. So this is an approach that builds a pattern of good behavior in your child over the time. The last and most important strategy is consistent discipline. So setting clear rules and consequences for the aggressive behavior is very crucial and essential. So when children know what is to be expected and what will happen for their aggressive behavior, they are more likely to follow the proper, correct behavior. So with consistent discipline combined with understanding and addressing the reason behind their aggression, you can bring and lead to a positive, long-lasting behavior changes in your child. So as we conclude, aggression can be a challenging but manageable aspect of your child's development. By understanding the reason behind their aggressive behavior, impact and implementing effective strategies, you can help your child in navigating their emotion in a healthy manner and foster positive relationships and decision making abilities and also well-being of them. So remember that every child is unique and there is no one size fit for all solution. That is, what works for one child cannot work for the other. What requires is a lot of patience, dedication and willingness to change the approach according to your child's individual need. So working together, parents and caregivers can provide a nurturing environment and support their children's emotional growth and develop them into responsible, empathetic and well-rounded individuals. Thank you for your time and attention. Stay tuned for much helpful insights.